Hello friends, good morning. My name is Akash Khobragade. I'm a coordinator at Karunyakara Institute of Dalit Knowledge and PhD scholar at Delhi University. Karunyakara Institute of Dalit Knowledge is founded by Professor Dr. Leela Karunyakara sir, and his idea behind to form this institution to provide an academic space for scholars, professors, and social scientists who are engaged in the field of Dalit studies. Today, we are going to have our 27th of lecture, and this lecture is a part of a series which we started on 14th of April 2025 on the occasion of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Jayanti. Professor Dr. Leela Karunyakara sir going to chair today's session. So I request Dr. Darshana Meshram to please welcome and introduce our chair, Dr. Darshana Meshram.
Thank you, Akash. I am Dr. Darshana Mishra, coordinator of KIDK. Uh, Introduction of the chair. Professor Dr. Leela Karunyakara is a former Vice Chancellor and founder of Karunyakara Institute of Dalit Knowledge. He is the author of the History of Dalit Identity and Modernization of Buddhism. After completing his PhD from JNU New Delhi, Dr. Karunyakara joined as assistant professor in the School of Ambedkar Studies, Babasaheb Bhimrao Ambedkar University, a central university, Lucknow. He introduced the Dalit history course in the MA history program. He was instrumental in introducing 50% reservation for SC/ST students in the BBAU admission. He founded Ambedkar University, the listed student union in 2000 and Babasaheb Bhimrao Ambedkar Central University, SC/ST Teachers Association in 2006. He joined as director cum professor in the Babasaheb Ambedkar Sidhukanu Murmu Dalit and Tribal Studies, Mahatma Gandhi Antarashtriya Hindi Vishwavidyalaya. He held post of Dean of School of Culture and founder Vice Chancellor of the university. This is a brief introduction of the respected chair. Please welcome his session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Darshana. I welcome Professor Karunyakara sir. Now I request introduce and welcome our today's guest.
Thank you so much, Akash. Actually, it's a proud moment for us that such an eminent personality once again with us. Professor Shashi Kumar is a human rights professor in Department of University of Lucknow. Babasaheb Bhimrao Ambedkar University, Central University Lucknow. He is an eminent scholar of human rights with vast academic and field experience. He specializes in Dalit and Adivasi human rights. He did BA honors in political science from University of Delhi and post-graduation and PhD from University of Jammu. He is having 25 years of teaching and research in the field of human rights. He achieved fellowships from International Institute of Human Rights, Strasbourg, France, for participating in its 40th study session in 2009 and the Raman Post-Doctoral Fellowship for Indian Scholar at United States 2014-15 by University Grant Commission for working as a visiting scholar at the University of Kansas, United States of America for January-September 2015. So this is the brief introduction of today's guest. Being a coordinator, I warmly welcome you, sir. Most welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Smita Bhagat. Prof, this is a very proud moment for all of us. This 10th of December, we all celebrated International Human Rights Day. And we are consider that thing, and we because of that, we arranged today's lecture to see the human rights of Dalits and Adivasi. And we get a very important person who are working on that, Dr. Professor Shashi Kumar sir, and Professor Shashi Kumar sir going deliver his lecture on human rights of Dalit and Adivasi. So I request Professor Shashi Kumar sir to please deliver his lecture. Thank you.
Thank you all, Akash. And I'm very much delighted to see my friends, my old friend, all those faces are familiar to me. Whenever I go to Wardha, I really enjoy and to see these faces. And I am very much appreciating the efforts of Dr. Karunyakara. At least through this virtual mean, he has live the discussion on the various issues pertaining to the Dalits, marginalized peoples. Very serious discussion also he held with a good number of intellectuals, professors of all of the universities in the country. Because I felt that this interaction, academic interaction, discourse is almost not taking place seriously in the universities nowadays. University is not providing a space for the good academic discussions, research. And Karunyakara, in this regard, he has did a wonderful thing that he has through the virtual media, through this his institution, Karunyakara, the institution, that he has doing wonderful thing in the academics. I know he is not a person that he will be, you might say, he will lose confidence. But he is a person who can lead anything. When he was with me in here, in our university, he has never disheartened. He has never felt that कि ये नहीं हो सकता है. Because I met him when I was also came from Delhi and I was very much young. And with him, I learned many things. We used to discuss the things in the evening with the tea or the people. And wherever he was very much fond of, you can say, discussion, talking with the students. And we also sat there. And that time we learned many things which was not learned from my teachers. But here, when we discussion, we learned many things, particularly about the Ambedkar, about the things, the academic knowledge. And the same thing he is carrying, legacy he is carrying here also in university also. And this is the good thing that the spirit of academic learning, knowledge is continuing with him. And with this, we had Ravi also joined. Very good, Ravi. Good morning. So Ravi was also with us when Ravi
Good
also
morning,
joined.
sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Ravi also there. So I think I felt that we are sitting together. Recently on 10 December, Human Rights Day, we commemorated this day. And in my department, I also organized an international conference, seminar on Human Rights Day. This year theme was Human Rights Everyday Essentials. Human Rights Everyday Essentials and National and International Perspective. For this, I invited a lecturer from the Oxford University and one from Nottingham University. Is one from Professor Pritam Singh. He was from Oxford University. Some of the speakers were from Lucknow itself, the Lucknow University, and one UNICEF was there also. And it was a good conference. Many participants presented their papers. And the topic which we have chosen, everyday essential, because human rights, if you say human rights, we all know, we all talk every time human rights. Why it's everyday essential? Essential is a very particular word. हमारी जरूरत, need. Now, need is different thing. Need means we have basic needs also to survive. But we need something more than else for survival, like food or water or whatever, shelter. These things are basic needs. But now we say that we need more than the needs of basic needs of natural need or biological need. We need to develop ourselves, to lead like a human being. Human being is not like animal, but human beings have a rationality, it has dignity. So human beings should live with a dignity and their rights should be protected. We all know that human rights are inherent, inalienable, indivisible. So human rights very much necessity to survive, not as an animal instinct, but as a human being. When you call human beings, you have all the traits, all the characteristics of his personality. He should be have a good citizen. His rights should be protected, and he should lead a life starting from birth to till death. His rights should be protected by the state or by the society. This is what the conception of the human rights. And UDHR 77 years back, UDHR was formulated and adopted. In that you can see the first article, all human beings are born equal with dignity. This is the first line. All human beings are born equal and they are equal in equality and also in dignity. Everybody has a dignity. This is a very important. Dignity is a very respectable of a trait of human beings. If you hurt somebody's dignity, the other things will also be hurted. He will not feel he is a liberal. He can enjoy liberty, freedom of expression, free expression. So if you hurt the dignity of a person, you will be set back, morally set back, ethically set back. And then the economically, socially, culturally, he will feel isolated. So here I link the human dignity with the rights of the Dalit people. Means human dignity, the Dalits' human dignity is violated. All the struggle for human rights of Dalit is the right of their dignity. Their dignity should be protected. And when I talk about UDHR and 1948, that time in India also there is a process of drafting of the Indian Constitution was going on. And see the things that at the America, the UN, and Roosevelt and the people, the team, many scholars of the different parts of the country, religious people, they were engaged in the drafting the Constitution, drafting the UDHR. It contains 30 articles. And if you read all articles, you find all the aspects of human rights. Whatever we could visualize that time, 70 years back, the scholars, the legal scholars, that time how they were engaging, how they visualizing what rights should be there in the UDHR. All these rights were, if you see, whenever I read articles, I felt what a good document it was. UDHR was translated in the 500 languages. 500 languages of the world. Countries are 192, but languages, different languages. It means it is most adopted, appreciated, inspirational document. UDHR is an inspirational document. And same time in India also, Babasaheb Bhimrao Ambedkar's guidance, leadership, the UDH Indian Constitution was in framing. The drafting committee, they were engaged in the drafting of the Indian Constitution. And if you read the Constitution, then you find all the articles, all the provisions of the Constitution in such a way they have, you can say, written like prose. Everything is there. We are celebrating 75 years of the Constitution also. And 15 Constitution, it visualizes, it reflects the Dr. Ambedkar's vision. I salute the vision of the Ambedkar, being a Dalit, being a people from and marginalized community who suffered a lot. All his sufferings is visualized in the fundamental rights of the Constitution. The Article 17, abolition of the untouchability. See, in the Constitution, he has mentioned that untouchability should be prohibited legally. See, he suffered a lot and he was waiting for the time. And destiny, the time has given the time to Ambedkar. That your all struggle will be ended. For the least struggle will be ended, or we can say there will be a means. There will be ended. And Ambedkar deliberately he kept the Article 17 in the Constitution that untouchability should be practice of untouchability should be prohibited. And which was suffering by the Dalit community. Untouchability was a very big crime that time. And Ambedkar wanted to legally end this problem. And that's why he kept it. So, in the Constitution, and if you see the preamble of the Constitution reflects what type of democratic society, democratic country we want to make. Egalitarian society, liberty, equality, justice, all the preambles if you read, this shows liberty of justice, social justice, economic justice, equality, freedom. Even these all things are there mentioned. It shows that what type of India we want to build. He has given the vision, he has given to the country that I have given the Constitution to the country. It's a good thing where he, in the last day of the Constitution, when it was adopted, 23rd November, 26th November, he said, how much would be the Constitution good? The implementers, those who will carry the forward the works in the government, if they are not following the Constitution's provisions properly, in a true sense, the Constitution will become the bad. And whatever the bad Constitution, if the people who are carrying or working for, who are doing in the government, the Constitution will be good. It means he emphasized that Constitution तो हम लोगों ने बना दिया इस ग्रेट कंट्री के लिए, देश के लोगों के लिए. अगर उस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के प्रोविजंस को इफ दे आर ट्रू सेंस में फॉलो करते हैं, then the constitution will serve the purpose. It will guide the government to do welfare for the society. And see, Constitution. There are two important parts in the Constitution: fundamental rights and the directive principles. Fundamental rights are for the citizens. What are the rights they have? These are the human rights. And directive principles are there for the guidance to the government, to the state. State, see, in both the, and for fundamental rights, citizens can go to court for their enforcement. These are fundamental rights are justifiable. And directive principles are non-justifiable. It doesn't mean the fundamental directive principles are not the rights. They are the rights. It is also rights. These are positive rights. Means the state has to create the conducive environment, arrangements for the protection in the directive principles. Like education. Right to education was earlier education was there in the fundamental rights, fundamental directive principles. And in 21A, with the amendment, 86 amendment, the right to education was incorporated in the fundamental rights. It means school, colleges, institutions have to be built by the government. And then it became the duty of the, not only the, you can say, parents, government. Now it becomes the duty of the parents to send their kids to the school. And every child has a right to education. That's why the government, they're free education now. After so many years, government realized that the right to education should be free for the till the 14 years age. And in NEP, now it is considered that the right to education should be given to the till 12th class, free of cost, and in the mother tongue. So that the importance of education that is there in the NEP. So coming to the human rights of Dalits, what I think, I was just before that I was seeing the data which the NCRB, National Crime Record Bureau, NCRB, recently has published the crime record. It's a country's crime data. And the atrocities against the Dalits, SC, is 57,582. 57,582. There's an increase of 13% in the crime rate. This means SC students, SC people, persons are suffered, atrocities is there against them. And ST, scheduled tribe, around 15, and 10,000, I think, that is crime against ST. This is the data, means these cases are registered in the police station. There are many cases which is not being registered, particularly the rape cases, sexual harassment cases, or they have been denied by the police station not to file the FIR. It means more than this, or we can say double of this data, these numbers, there is the cases against Dalits or tribals in the country, even today, after the 77 years of the independence. Had the Ambedkar could be here, alive in this period, what he would have thought? It means what I mentioned in the fundamental rights, that untouchability will be prohibited, or things. But see the data, still I think there is a atrocities, intolerance, violation against Dalits, tribals in the country. We are saying that India is a democratic country. We feel proud, great democracy. But still, this data, these things we felt, we hear, we see the incidence of atrocities against Dalits, tribals is prevailing in the country here and there. Newspaper is full of reports. So where we are going? I think, and UP, I was surprised that we are living in UP and UP has a maximum number of atrocities rate against the Dalits, against the SC, 15,000 something. And in the among the ST, MP, Madhya Pradesh, which having the large proportion of tribals in MP, then Rajasthan, Odisha. So in these states, which is so-called where in these states, once they are called Bhimrao state, underdeveloped state, poor, poverty, even these states are but now. But the data shows that people are suffering a lot, their violations of human rights are taking place much. And this data is in the public domain. And this is same thing is being raised at the UN Council also, UN Human Council also, that situation of Dalits and tribals is not much better in the India, much better in India. Though India is feeling every country, things, but still situation of Dalits and tribals are not better. And in my last lecture, I was focusing more on the indigenous peoples, the tribal peoples. Here I want to a little bit focus more on the issue of Dalits. Now I come to the Ambedkar's role in amelioration of Dalit rights. I consider Ambedkar as a great human rights activist. Basically, he was activist, intellectual activist. Some people are intellectual, they write books, they do, but some people are academic intellectual, organic intellectual is used to tell. Because he born in that his community, a depressed community, Dalit community, Mahar, and he suffered a lot. And all his anguish, all his feelings, sufferings, human sufferings, which Upen Bakshi says, human suffering to be ameliorated with the human rights. Human suffering he felt. Ambedkar felt the human sufferings. And his first human rights activism was the right for water, for basic water, for right of water. Long back, he said the importance of water. Drinking water. That time, drinking water was available in the tanks, public tanks, and Dalits were not allowed to take water from the public tanks. In August 1923, we all know Bombay Legislative Council passed the resolution that people from the depressed classes should be allowed to use tanks which were maintained by government to take water from there. And in 1924, Mahad Municipal Council passed the same resolution that people from depressed classes, that community, they should take the water. But because of the some higher Hindu community people protested. They were not allowed. See the things. That time law was there. Law was made. But implementation of law was restricted. And 24th, and after 3 years, Dr. Ambedkar took a decision to take a satyagraha. No protest, no violent protest, satyagraha. And he went to Mahad, Chaudhar tank, there from public tank, he took the water and drink it. It symbolizes that I am protesting, my protest is non-violent, and I am following the I'm following the rules of the government, that time government. तो रेजुलेशन था उसको हम फॉलो करते हैं. I'm implementing. And this shows that Ambedkar was determined that rules can be followed. Rules can be followed. And with that, see the thing. He took the people, mass with them. And there he took the place. And women were also there in that time. In that address, women were there. By addressing the women also. And they all determined that we will fight for rights. First right, he in 7. And that day is called the Empowerment Day. I think that was the Empowerment Day of the Empowerment Day. The women, that time women came. Dalit women were poor women, not having proper sari. They were wearing that time. Then he told the women Dalits, take bath, use the water, not for drinking, but also for cleaning yourself. And he said, because if you live respectfully, clean yourself first, take bath, everything like, and live like a human being. In the Dalit Basti, clean it. Hasn't maybe because he health. This was also showing that doctor talked there. Right to health also is your health. So health, water, cleanness, hygiene, all this he talks in the language of rights. I will be surprised. So he tells that woman to wear a good sari, clean water, clothes, wash clothes. Then another was the expression of thought, expression of worshipping. In Kalaram temple movement at Nasik in 1930, it shows the country, the whole world, that Dalits are not being allowed to worship. Means not only basic need, water only. Education you left. There is no education for that Dalit for that time. Even for worshipping the god, the so-called Swan upper caste or Dalits, Brahminical people, they're not allowing the temple for the Dalit. They can't touch. They can't go enter. So Dr. Ambedkar, it asserting the rights of worship. See, human being, the most important thing for human being to survive in the world is have faith on something, some spiritual thing, natural thing. And God is the subject. Person feel faith. What is the faith? Means you rely on somebody. Same time, since the people are not, means they that time were not allowed to enter in the temple, and if you don't go to the temple, express your sufferings, problem. You can't tell the suffering problem to the God. At least if you say something in the God, in the mind, peacefully, then you seek, oh, something I can get rescue or some satisfaction from the God. And then he will feel satisfied. So he was not being entered in the temple that time. And feeling the importance of the God in the life of the person, Dr. Ambedkar said, worship should be respected. Dalits should be repressed. Dalit, untouchable should be respected. He should be allowed to enter in the temple. And in between, Ambedkar was doing all the activism. He was, if you see his whole life aspects, he opened the school, colleges, everything that was there. I don't want to go too much in detail in the Ambedkar, but I felt that Ambedkar took this worshipping, right to worshipping, a very important thing. Then he said that in the YOLO conference, he said that I born in Hindu, but I will not die as a Hindu. It means he wanted to adopt such type of a religion which gives him respect to a person, which is based on not as a superstition things, but on the basis of some scientific temperament. And he did Buddhism. We all know these things. We all history people are there, but we all know these things that he watched. But what I felt that Dr. Ambedkar, since beginning, he was concerned for the protection of rights of the Dalit marginalized. Because he was trained when he went to Columbia or to British school. He was comparing people in India is not enjoying rights, not them. He can't express properly. They do not have a liberty, equality, but justice. These things, these values were flourishing in the European country. That time, many professors, John Dewey, Edmund Shale, all people, John Locke, Hobbes, these all were there. These are philosophers which were giving philosophy of rights, individual, all these things, that thing, but they're giving importance to the individual. This is, first of all, human being is individual. And their rights should be protected and they should be given the dignity. It means Ambedkar thought, and he learned, he thought that whatever time I spend in America or in the Western universities for education, as much as knowledge I can take, and that knowledge I can go and tell, I will give to my brothers in India through school, through education, through school. And he given it. He opened this Siddhartha College, and when he become, and see, at one time he was representing the depressed classes, he was doing all political things there with the Britishers, and he was also struggling with the Congress that time. An ideological battle is there. Right? Then he got the opportunity to draft the constitution, to write the constitution. And he has shown his all intellectual things, knowledge in there by writing the constitution. I was just reading one article appeared in the Hindu by Shashi Tharoor on the Constitution. On the Constitution Day, he was written a good article. He says how every word of the Constitution is important. All the good things he borrowed from whatever he says. People say it is borrowed from Ireland, fundamental right, active principle, these things, that from America, different countries. But it's okay. Some things come borrowed from the different constitutions of the country, of the world. But the cover page is Indian. Means we people, this constitution is written for the Indian people, for thinking of the Indian structure, Indian legacy, Indian historical things, everything. And it has given a good vision, a pathway for India to progress. That's why Constitution is very important for us, and everybody should read the Constitution. Everybody should have a copy of Constitution. And I was in 26th, I was in Delhi, Foundation 1. B.R. Gavi, Justice B.R. Gavi was the chief guest. He delivered the lecture. And I was very impressed by his views that he was saying that whenever, as much as you read Ambedkar, Constitution, you feel a sense of confidence, of, you can see, our vision is there. Where we can go? How can we build a society? These things. This Constitution, he was appreciating, and he was saying that whenever he is in the problem somewhere else, he says, I read the Constitution. Then he get the solution of the cases. See? So, same, so we can find the Constitution, all the problems, solutions are there. But there's a constitutionalism, this which Ambedkar also tell. Constitutionalism spirit we have to follow in all our lives. Constitutional spirit is a morality, is different from the social morality. Social morality can be changed anytime. Social morality is means it is been changed by the society's morality. But constitutional morality cannot be changed. Constitution is there. Constitutionalism is there, which have to tackle all the problems of the society through the constitutionalism, through constitutional morality. Whosoever be with the politicians, justice, people, they should follow the constitutional morality whenever they want to solve the problem of the society, either at the any level, political level, or or wherever. All the problems, solutions can be solved, can be resolved through the constitution, through the legal way. If you say legal way means legal through legality. And what the same thing Ambedkar did. All he tried to solve the problem of the society through legal way, be it be the Article 17 or be it the other way. After that, we all know that there's a acts are there, SST Act is there, POS Act is there. So, society and citizens should know the fundamental rights of the country. That's what I'm saying. One should keep the Constitution. They should know the rights. Then only you can empower yourself. You can fight for your rights. So Dalits, I don't know if the Dalits are not fighting. They are fighting. And that's why their rights have been protected now. But still, and this is the only way, there is no method. Dalits cannot beg for their mercy of the any people. They have to fight. And how? The legal fight. This is what the Ambedkar shown to their men, their people, their men and people. With this, I want to end the things. I think I have spoke. Now I am inviting some questions, queries. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful lecture. Now I request Professor Dr. Leela Karunyakara, sir, for chair remark.
Professor Shashi Kumar, Professor of Human Rights and Political Science, Babasaheb Bhimrao Ambedkar Central University, Lucknow. He was my good friend for so many years. We were together. Started our academic career in Ambedkar Central University, Lucknow. So I was in history and he was in human rights. He earlier also he delivered a lecture on the KIDK platform. Professor Shashi Kumar, your lecture on human rights of Dalits and Adivasi, it's very contributive, and I'm sure that participants might have got new areas of learning from your lecture. Very thought provoking. Of course, you being a Adivasi, born in an Adivasi community and expertised on human rights of Adivasi and Dalits, you are very much organic scholar, organic intellectual. What happened in generally many places, what we see, we Dalits and Adivasi, we spend our time, our money, and prepare the platform. And I don't know how this tradition is cropped up, this practice is cropped up in the minds of the Dalits and Adivasi people. We spend our time, our money, and prepare the platform, and we hand over the mic to non-Dalits and non-Adivasi people to speak about Dalits and Adivasi. How illogical, how irrational, and how stupidity. And this stupidity has been carried out for many years, almost for last 30-40 years, by
Yes,
our own people, without even questioning that illogical practice. I hope that you must appreciate Professor Shashi Kumar for raising, this very, very important issue. How I don't know how this is cropped up. This has been, and practiced by us, who introduced in our minds. I don't find any Brahmin preparing a platform in a Brahmin colony and asking the hundreds of Brahmins to gather and telling the Brahmins that Professor Karunyakara, a Dalit scholar, studied in Jawaharlal Nehru University, specialized on Brahmin studies. He will be delivering a lecture how Brahmins are living. So come all the Brahmins and listens to him. Is there any kind of that kind of platforms? All the Brahmins giving a donations to invite a Dalit scholar to give a lecture on the Brahmin lives. Is there any single example? Show me anyone. Not a single example. But very funnily, very illogically and irrationally, many Dalits, they collect Dalit money mostly Dalit money only, and they give Dalit, they use the Dalit energy, Dalit money, Dalit energy, Dalit time, and who are the sitting people? All organizers are Dalits, and all the audiences are Dalits, and mostly consist of Dalits, Adivasi, and backward caste. And who are the speakers? Brahmin scholar will come, and he will give the lecture about whom? About us. Brahmin will tell us that how Dalits' lives are, how Adivasi lives are.
Yes, 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 yes.
This stupidity is being carried out by our politicians, our scholars for many and many years. That's why I ensured that Karunyakara instead of Dalit knowledge. I asked all the coordinators. This Karunyakara instead of Dalit knowledge mandate is that to invite only organic intellectuals on this platform to deliver lectures on the Dalit and Adivasi or Bahujans. Only organic scholars, no inorganic scholars. Even if the inorganic scholars coming from the Harvard University, Oxford University, did his PhD on Dalits or Adivasis or Bahujan, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We don't want to hear about us from others. We want to hear about us only from our own people. So KIDK, probably the KIDK is the first of this kind of platform in the whole India.
That's true.
KIDK, Karunyakara Institute of Dalit Knowledge, is the one and only and first of its kind of platform in the whole India that caters and that provides spaces only to the Dalit, Adivasi, and Bahujan scholars to deliver lectures on these communities. So I hope that you appreciate, all of you would appreciate the mandate we have given to the KIDK.
That's true.
So
That's true.
this should be how funny it is. That point, very seriously we must think over. Why should we spend when Ambedkar Jayanti comes and all the people are there, Dalits, all the Bahujan people, Adivasi and Bahujans, backward caste people, and we will bring non-inorganic people to speak. So knowledge. There is one. Someone told me once, Professor Shashi Kumar, mic is power. Mic is power because mic is a medium of transmitting the knowledge. And why foolishly we spend money and time and energy and people we gather and we give the mic to somebody else.
Yes, yes,
Some
yes.
non-Dalit to speak. Look at many academic institutions also. I observe this. It's very rarely Dalit scholars, Adivasi scholars, and backward caste scholars get a mic. Generally, they don't find important places in the committees to organize some important activities in the academic institutions.
That's true. That's true.
And what we do, we organize and we give the mic to somebody else. So our friendship should not be one side. Only to appease non-Dalits, we should not have a friendship with the non-Dalits. It's an appeasement of it's a Brahmin appeasement. We appease the Brahmin friends and bring them to platform to speak on Ambedkar. Why Brahmin to speak on Ambedkar? Let the Brahmin go to Brahmin Wada, Brahmin colony. Let the Brahmin organize in the Brahmin colony and invite a Dalit to speak about Ambedkar before the Brahmins. Or let the Brahmin speak in the Brahmin colony about the Ambedkar. So I think we should consciously take a decision. We should not allow any non-Dalit, non-Adivasi, non-Dalit to speak to the Dalits, non-Adivasi to speak to the Adivasi, and non-Bahujan to speak to the non-backward caste to speak to the backward caste. See, if you are talking about the Dalit and Adivasi, let there be Dalit and Adivasi scholars, not the non-Dalit, non-Adivasi scholars. If are speaking about the, what about the backward caste? Let there be Dalit Adivasi backward caste scholars. So I hope that this spirit should be maintained. But I have taken your time to speak on this issue. That I am, when you were talking about the human rights, I felt that this is the real rights. This is actually our right, not
Yes,
to
yes,
allow others. See, it's not that the right is not about our only voice. Right is about not involving others also in our spaces. So why should we give to space to others? Yes, you want to say something, Shashi?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
please.
good thing
Yeah,
that you
Professor.
have. I am very much happy that you have taken this the motto of this your institution to develop the intellectual, organic intellectual knowledge, and they will be promoted. Nowhere there is no platform for the Dalit intellectuals, tribal intellectuals to express their views. They don't do it. And nowadays there are so much sensorism is there. People are suffocating. Intellectual people are suffocating. The intellectuals are suffocating. They can't express. If they express, they will be targeted. And you rightly said, Mike, yes, Mike. Whatever voice we are just trying to develop in last few years, now they are subjugating. They want to make us voiceless. And see, in Ambedkar Jayanti programs, everywhere I'm also observing for last few years, the real intellectuals are not being invited.
Exactly. Absolute right.
Just as superficial things are we doing. It's just worshipping, ye thoda sa pura kar lo, and the day will be celebrated, and some Dalit people will be happy. In Lucknow also, why Mayawati said, don't go to the institution in the parks or there. Celebrate your Ambedkar Jayanti in your home, in your or your message. Just calling, making huge funfair in this thing, that thing is not going to respect the ideas of the Ambedkar. Follow their views, the ideals, which make the country. Suddenly, why all the political parties are celebrating Ambedkar? We all know what is the reason behind that.
Vote ban politics.
Vote bank politics. This
Anyhow,
happens.
yeah.
Second, one thing more. Just you take it that there are so many community-based associations, Caste Association, Brahmin Association, Kshatriya Association. They will not invite Dalit persons to speak there. They will not give you mic there. The same way we have to make our own platforms, Dalit community platform, and we have to give the voice to the people. Thank you.
Invite everyone, but
Everyone.
Mike only. Yeah, invite
Ah.
everyone. Brahmins are also invited for the Dalit programs, but Mike should be only with the organic people.
Yes.
Mike
Good.
should be with the organic people. Mike
Okay,
is power. Try to
Mike is
understand
power.
this. Mike is power. Mike is power because Mike is the agency for transmitting knowledge.
And here, Karunyakara is doing the same thing. He is empowering the people through mic.
Yes. So,
Any questions?
yeah, thank you. Yes. Please carry on.
Thank you. Oh.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Shashi Kumar. Wonderful. This is a good interactive lecture today we had. Thank you very much for being with us on this occasion of celebrating the Human Rights Day, International Human Rights Day. On that occasion, we have organized this a lecture on human rights of Dalit and Adivasi. So thank you, Professor Shashi Kumar. You are not only well-versed and expertise on the human rights, you are a professor of human rights. It's our privilege to have you today here. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you to Prof and Karunyakara sir. Actually, when I was listening to Karunyakara sir, I get to understand about the how research methodology was also working in academia. the empirical study or practical participatory observation or ethnography study now is going to be countered by the Dalit scholar by oral history and personal observations. So this is a new kind of research methods are also coming in the field, which is morely from the organic intellectuals of Dalit, Adivasi and Bhujan communities. So thank you, thank you. Now this forum is open for question answer session. So those who want to ask a question, please go ahead. And I'm already see Amit Kumar already raised his hand. So please, Mr. Amit Kumar, go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. Your lecture is wonderful and knowledgeable. Thank you so much. Sir, I ask 4 questions in human related to human right. Sir, I read
Don't
declaration
ask
of
4
the.
questions. One question only. Don't
Yes,
ask
sir.
4
Yes, sir.
questions. One question.
Yes, sir. Sir, my question is analyze the major causes of the human right violation, uh, violence against Dalit and Adivasi, uh, a, forest right, land rights, and cultural rights. That is human rights.
Okay,
So
I
please, sir.
understand it. Okay. See, first of all, one has to educate. Dalits, the Dalit, you should first teach your, or you being a parents, send the student and the child to the school. You should learn the education. First you educate yourself. Then know about the rights. And then you can fight for the rights. This is a funda that without knowing the rights, you cannot fight for your own violation of the rights. So to protect the rights of your human rights of the Dalits or tribal or whatever, first you know about the rights. What are the rights available for them? And you see, without knowing the rights, you cannot express yourself, and you cannot fight for the rights also. Protest. This is first. First, you have to educate yourself. And there are so many factors are there for the cause of the human violations. Social setup is that like that. Social factor, economic factor, education factor. But now, in this 21st century, Dalits has to empower themselves through education. When you are here in 21st century, or you are studying in the colleges, school, there where getting jobs, everywhere there is chances that your rights will be violated, but you have to be very cautious. I know. But through the knowledge of rights, what are acts are there, what are the rules, regulations are there, and through this legal means only you can fight against the atrocities. Secondly, we have to develop a society, egalitarian society like that. We have to promote the values like liberty, equality, justice, fraternity, respect of dignity. It will take time. If you say, you can visualize when Ambedkar was that time, how much undemocratic society that time was. Dalits were not able to take education. They are not able to take water. They're not going to in the worship for God. But now, in the last 75 years after independence, lot of change has been occurred. Change is there. There is no, now the atrocities, discriminations are not visible apparently in the open. Discrimination is still there, but it's not so much rampant. आज किसी को पानी के लिए मना नहीं किया जा रहा है, किसी को मंदिर जाने के लिए नहीं कोई पूछ रहा है. There is no any Hindu, anybody can go to in the temple anywhere, but still atrocities is there in the record, is rising. Discrimination is being felt. People are discriminated. People are harassed on the name of caste, this thing, that thing, but they are not able to express. Their voices are suppressed. What is the Karunyakara says? We have to take violation of Dalits will be solved. But it will continue because mindset, human being is there. Human being is very, when the mindset of the Dalits are different, mindset of the other Brahmins is different. That mindset has to be changed. Humanity has to be prevailed. I think I tried my best to answer you.
Yeah.
Smita?
Yeah. Anyone else who want to ask a question?
Oh, Kiran, how are you?
Fine, sir. Sir, I have query, sir. I would like to ask you one query. Okay, you are told NCRB report. According to the latest annual report of NCRB, crimes against scheduled tribe have registered an alarming increase of 28.8%, and cyber crimes have increased by 31.2% in 2023 across the country. What would you like to say on this? This is my query, sir. Please comment on it.
Okay. First of all, I compliment you, best compliments, because of guiding such a good research work of your student.
Yes, sir.
And
Thank you.
because you had, and the question about the cyber crime. See, very good question, because earlier the space of the places of crime was at the city level, at the village level, at the level. Physical crime is there. Physically, somebody harms you, somebody physically abused you, that is the crime. But now the nature of crime has been changed. Now crime is being inflicted on the person through virtual means, through cyber means. It is also very important. If people can do research, how many Dalit students or people are suffered by the violations through the discriminated on the caste line, caste basis discrimination by the through the means of these cyber spaces, through digitally. This is what I think. This is where the see in the social media. Social media, if anybody, any Dalit scholar or any Dalit person tries to say or protect his identity or ideology, then suddenly the other people, the so-called Brahmical people, they give filthy remarks, post their, abuse them, or things. This is also a one area which can be researched. Cyber crime is there, not just crime on the basis of the property or something like that, but discrimination against Dalits, tribals, people, and atrocities on the of hate crimes जिसे कहते हैं हम लोग on through cyber. Means if you are a Dalit and there is so much, if you do something, other people, other upper caste people, they will give you so much remarks on the social media that you will be demoralized. You will be feel discriminated. So this is also becoming the weapon of atrocities in the hands of the other people. I think in cyber crime, in in the era of digital era, this type of crime is also rising. So we have to be cautious. This is another form of the discrimination.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. So, anyone else who want to ask a question, please go ahead. Yeah, I think no one else.
Akash, I think you want to ask some question here. Somebody raised.
Yeah,
Some Vishwas Singh.
Vishwas Singh. Vishwas Singh, go ahead.
Sir, one of my friend from Rajasthan, he told me that कि
Vishwas, if it's
अगर
possible, could you open your video? If it's possible.
sir, one of my friend from Rajasthan told
No,
me
no, no,
that
no.
कि
No. If it is possible, could you open your video?
oh, sorry. Sir, one of my friend from Rajasthan, he told me that कि अगर हम किसी अपर कास्ट के घर पे जाएंगे तो वहाँ बर्तन अलग मिलता है, लेकिन हम उसके बारे में आवाज नहीं उठा सकते क्योंकि वो कहते हैं कि हमारे घर की तो यही रीति है, यही रिवाज है। और दूसरी चीज है सर कि SC/ST एक्ट पे जो एक निर्णय आया है कि हम जो SC/ST एक्ट लगेगा वो अगर पब्लिक में मारपीट हो रही है तब लगेगा, अगर घर में या फिर अपने ऑफिस में या फिर किसी बंद जगह पे हो रहा है तो वहां नहीं लगेगा। तो उसके बारे में सर सवाल है।
तुमने दो बातें कही। एक बात की, जब हम किसी के घर जाते हैं अपर कास्ट के घर में तो वहां पर कप वगैरह जो होते हैं, खाना पीना जो भी होता है, बर्तन वगैरह उनके डिफरेंट होते हैं। तो इस पर तो थॉट का भी काफी अच्छा स्टडीज है कि कई जगह जो पब्लिक स्पेसेस पे जो रेस्टोरेंट वगैरह थे उनके जो है वहां पर जो है अलग अलग कप होते हैं, गर्ल्स के लिए अलग होते हैं, उनके अलग होते हैं। बट अब इस तरह की चीजों पर जैसे अम्बेडकर ने कहा था कि हमें उस चीज से हेट करना पड़ेगा, जैसे कि ब्राह्मणवाद को लेकर मैं कहा था। हो सकता आपके फ्रेंड ब्राह्मण भी हो सकता आपके फ्रेंड जो है वो आपके लिए अच्छा हो, उससे आपकी दोस्ती हो, वो आपसे मिलकर बात कर रहा है, उसको कर रहा है, उसके घर के लोग पेरेंट्स जो होते हैं वो इस कास्टिज्म पे विश्वास करते होंगे, इसीलिए वो आप वहां पर वो उसके घर में ये चीज। एंड जब वो लड़का, आप उसको बोलिए, अगर आपको पता लग गया कि हाँ उसने जो चाय के कप दिए है वो अलग है, वो अलग है, तो आप बोलो उस बच्चे को, अपने फ्रेंड्स को, कि मैं तुम्हारे घर पे नहीं आऊंगा अगर तुम अपने घर को चेंज नहीं करोगे। तुमने हमें घर पे बुलाया, मैं को तुमने जो है अपने वाले कप में चाय नहीं पिलाकर मेरे ऐसे कप चलाया, ऐसे क्यों? क्योंकि सोसाइटी वही है, इसी सोसाइटी में ही लड़के रह के आपको लड़ना पड़ेगा, तो आपको वहां पर कहना पड़ेगा। वही मैं कहा ना, आपको अपनी वॉइस को अपने फ्रेंड के लेवल तक समझाना पड़ेगा। अगर फ्रेंड समझ जाता है तो कहो कि मैं तुम्हारे घर में आऊंगा, अदरवाइज मैं तुम्हारी से फ्रेंडशिप नहीं करूंगा। तो आप वहां पर असर्ट करो, अपने राइट्स को असर्ट करो। दूसरी, SC/ST एक्ट की बात कह रहे हो ना, क्या कहा कि डोमेन, पब्लिक डोमेन, घर पे उसको नहीं कर सकते। अब घर में कहाँ कहाँ पुलिस जाएगी बताओ? किसी भी लॉ को इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए देयर इज ए मैकेनिज्म, पुलिस का जो मैकेनिज्म है, FIR होगा, ये होगा, वो होगा, और लॉ इज देयर। इम्प्लीमेंटेशन प्रोसेस बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट है, इसीलिए SC/ST एक्ट में कन्विक्शन रेट बहुत कम है, आप प्रूफ नहीं कर पाते हो। लॉ इज देयर, बना हुआ SC/ST एक्ट काफी बना हुआ है, अच्छा भी है, पॉजिटिव। आप देखो जितने भी एक्ट्स हैं उनका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन जो है वो खराब। क्यों? क्योंकि इम्प्लीमेंटेशन किसके हाथ में है? उस तरह के आदमी के हाथ में है जिसका माइंडसेट ही जो है वो डिफरेंट है, डिस्क्रिमिनेशन वाला माइंडसेट है। वो पैसे लेकर आपकी केस को रफा दफा कर देगा, कुछ भी नहीं हुआ, आपको पब्लिक में भी बोला जाएगा ना कि तुम इस कास्ट के हो, जब तक आप उसको प्रूफ नहीं कर पाओगे, केस जो होगा वो रजिस्टर्ड नहीं होगा। और जितने भी केसेस हैं, 50,000 cases, 77,000, these are the registered cases of the violation atrocities against the SC. There are so many cases which is not being registered. रेप वुमन जाती है थाने पे तो पूछा होता है, प्रूफ करो, और पुलिस वाले इतना उस पे जो है इतना रिमार्क्स कर देंगे कि शी विल नॉट कम अगेन। ती प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, प्रॉब्लम को है, बट वी हैव टू फाइट, वी हैव टू गिव सॉल्यूशन, थिंग्स, एवरीथिंग। ठीक है,
Thank you.
ओके।
Professor Shashi Kumar, yeah, you were rightly said. See, victim needs to assert his own right.
Yes.
It's not that you expect the every time the perpetrator, the one who perpetuates, you can't expect the perpetuator to be very in every circumstances perpetuator have to be cordial with you. It can't be. So you have to fight in a society. The wording you said, you have to fight in the society. That I would like to underline. Just now you said that you have to fight in the society. That I underline. See, going to the police, going to the court, yes, there are legal remedies are there, options are there. But what about from your side? What about your side? You are rightly said that, say, you must be having a Brahmin friend. And it doesn't mean that the world has changed.
Yes.
You may be having a Brahmin good friend. He may be entertain you to any extent. It doesn't mean that the system has changed. The caste system has changed. Caste discrimination has changed. Many people are under impression that no, there are good Brahmins. Of course, there are good people in every community, every race. There are bad Dalits also there. Who
Yes,
says
yes.
that all Dalits are good?
Yes,
There are
yes,
bad
yes.
Dalits also there. But you are a bad Dalit if you are entertaining your own victimization.
Yes.
That's what I want to say. So that's what I want to say that. See, it's right doesn't mean that only what we want. Right also means that we can right to say no.
Yes.
Right to say no also should be a right. That's what I'm saying. When we have a friends, what we do, we give a mic. That's what I'm trying to say. That practice of collecting the money, gathering our own people, our own money, our own energy, and inviting other people means just to maintain cordial relationship with others. We just give a mic to them. We give our space to them. Here the question which we have raised, this Mr. Vishwas, you have rightly answered. The person who is feeling that he is victimized, he should resist the practice. He should
Yes,
say,
yes.
no, I am not going to drink that cup. I'm not going to drink that cup. I'm not going to sit in the on the floor. I'll give you one example. If you to add whatever you said. In Telangana, so you know what Mr. That Deputy Chief Minister said. He said that with my own will, it's my choice to sit on the floor. I myself sat on the floor, he said. Dalit said that it was my choice to sit on the floor. I want to, with the due respects, I want to convey to the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Telangana, Mr. Battu Vikramarka, I want to convey to him, you are sitting on the floor might be your choice, but it is humiliating to whole Dalit community.
Yes.
He must understand that out of all his merit, out of all his talent, being a Dalit only, he is being chosen for the Deputy Chief Minister post. That we have to understand. I have seen many Dalits. They'll say that no, it's my merit. I have become. I have it's my merit. That's why I am today. I'm in that position. People say like that. Some Dalits say that it's my merit. That's why I'm sitting on that position. The question is that your merit is there, but it is a society that has given opportunity to get that merit.
Hmm.
With the due respect to the Deputy Chief Minister of Telangana, Mr. Battu Vikramarka, I would like to tell him that I would like to convey to him that through this lecture, I would like to convey to him that if you happen to watch this video, I want to tell him that yes, it is his own merit, its own efficiency. He has reached to the position of the Deputy Chief Minister, but society also has given him opportunity. Dalit community has given him an opportunity to get the talent, to get that merit, and to become a deputy chief minister.
Good.
So Dalit community is proud of Mr. Vikramarka for being a deputy chief minister of Telangana. But it is, even if it is his own choice to sit on the floor in front of the all other caste people, that's a humiliation. If he is not finding any humiliation, it is certainly humiliation to the whole community, whole Dalit community. So in a public spaces, if a Dalit accepts the humiliation, it is not his own humiliation. It's a humiliation made to the whole Dalit community. That Dalit should understand. It might be his own personal choice to sit on the floor. But the whole Dalit community is being humiliated by humiliating him. So my request and appeal to all Dalits, even if it is you people's personal choice, don't get public humiliation, not as your personal humiliation. It's a humiliation of the whole Dalit community. And if you are becoming deputy chief minister or chief minister, or you are becoming IAS officer, vice chancellor or professor, of course, it's because of your merit. But one thing every Dalit should remember, that is that your merit is because Dalit community has given you opportunity to get that merit. And your merit is Dalit community merit. Your position is Dalit community position. And your humiliation is Dalit community humiliation. That's why public humiliation, not a personal Dalit humiliation, it's a whole Dalit community social humiliation. The way we appreciate, we take a pride. Our Dalit has become a chief minister. The same way, if our Dalit chief minister or Dalit professor or vice chancellor or Dalit deputy chief minister, whoever may be, if we take a pride of their being in a big position, same way their public humiliation also, it's a humiliation of the Dalit community. Why I'm saying this thing through this lecture is that this is a day we are celebrating human rights. Dalit human right means not only getting the opportunity, saying no, right to say no to the humiliation is also a right, human right.
Very good.
Thank you very much, Professor Shashi. You are with us. You have really, today you have inspired us to your, professional and legal acumen which you have. You have that knowledge, human rights knowledge. Thank you very much for being with us, Professor Shashi Kumar. Because of your lecture, I also got an opportunity to think over on certain aspects of Dalit rights. Thank you, Professor Shashi Kumar. You have given opportunity to me today to think over what could be the practical Dalit rights being how the Dalits being humiliated, where Dalits should take a position. Thank you, Professor Shashi Kumar, for being with us today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
There is a one hand raised from Shashikant Shambodhi. He want to ask a question, and this will be the last question. So I ask Shashikant Shambodhi to please ask.
थैंक यू सर. अभी मिस्टर विश्व ने अभी एक क्वेश्चन पूछा था अनटचेबिलिटी को लेके. ये बड़ा ही विशेष साइकिल है जो अक्सर दलितों के आसपास घूमता रहता है. अक्सर उनको जूझना पड़ता है इस समस्या से. कभी कभार इस समस्या से कभी कभार ट्राइबल्स को भी गुजरना पड़ता है दलितों के साथ साथ. हालांकि अनटचेबिलिटी का ज़्यादातर समस्या उनमें देखने को नहीं मिलता, लेकिन उनके साथ भी हो जाता है ये. ये जो इन्होंने क्वेश्चन किया सर, अभी जो समस्या आ गई है वो पेपर कप तक पहुंच गई है, पेपर कप या ग्लास कप या डिस्पोजल प्लेट्स तक पहुंच गई। इसको सर कैसे देखते हैं सर? क्योंकि इस मेथड को भी सर अक्सर यूज़ करने में देखा जाता है कि कभी कभार कोई के घर गया तो अपने घर के कपों के बजाय डिस्पोजल कप में या फिर डिस्पोजल प्लेट में या ग्लास कप में चाय मिलने का जो रिवाज चला है, इसको सर कैसे देखा जाए?
शशिकांत,
यस सर।
आपके दिमाग में ऐसा क्यों आता है कि आप किसी के घर में जाएंगे और आपको गले लगाएगा वो? आपसे कितने क्लोज तो हो नहीं, आप एक आउटसाइडर है उसकी फैमिली में। सबसे पहले वो फैमिली में ही अपना इक्वालिटी फैमिली में होता है ना। आप अनइक्वालिटी कहाँ आती है? फैमिली के बाहर, है ना। आप दूसरे कास्ट के हो, दूसरी कम्युनिटी के हो, वहां यू आर नॉट बीइंग ट्रीटेड इक्वली। जब इक्वल ट्रीटमेंट कहाँ मिलेगा? तो फैमिली में मिलेगा। और वो कप जो आप कह रहे हो कि क्लास वो उसका मीन है कि आपको कैसे अलग रखे। यही मैं कह, अगर लगता है कि आप वो जो है जानबूझकर आपको जो है कागज की ग्लास में चाय पिला रहा है, आप खुद जो है वो स्टील की कप में चाय पिला रहा है, इस मत कि वो आपको इक्वल ट्रीट नहीं कर रहा है। यही मैं विश्वास से भी कह रहा था। अगर आपका दोस्त खुद भी कागज की ग्लास में चाय पी रहा है, खुद भी, और आपको भी चाय पिला रहा है कागज ग्लास में, इसमें इक्वल होगा। दोनों की ग्लासेस जो है वो इक्वल है। तो इक्वलिटी तभी आएगी जब आप, जैसे अम्बेडकर ने कहा था ना, इंटर डाइनिंग, इंटरकास्ट का मतलब कि आप एक प्लेटफॉर्म, एक स्पेस में आप, चाहे वो फैमिली का स्पेस हो जहाँ पर खाना पाना खाने का आपको बुलाया उसने, तो आप अगर उसको इक्वली ट्रीट किया जाए। अब देखो शहरों, अब गाँव में क्या होता था, दलितों को सबसे बाद में जो जूठा बच जाता था, खाना जो बच जाता था, वो अपनी प्लेट को लेके आते थे खाना खाने के लिए। वहां की पत्तल को भी नहीं देते थे वो लोग। हमारे गाँव घर में भी ऐसे देखा मैंने कि जो छोटे कास्ट के होते थे, डोम और कास्ट के, वो अपनी अपनी प्लेट्स को लेके आते थे। उनको वो जो होता था ना पत्तल, उसको भी नहीं देते थे। अब अपनी अपनी प्लेट पे ले जाओ, और जो खाना बच गया, या सुबह आते थे वो लोग, नेक्स्ट मॉर्निंग खाना जो बच जाएगा रखते थे वो लोग, पर उस समय नहीं खाएंगे, क्योंकि उस समय आएंगे तो लोग देखेंगे कि ये सब दलित लोग बैठ खड़े हैं, डोम लोग खाना उस फंक्शन के सामने खड़े हैं। वो सबसे सुबह आते थे और खाना मांगते थे वो लोग, और खाना उनको दिया जाता था। तो ये डिस्क्रिमिनेशन जो है सेंचुरी से है, और इसका जो है नेचर बदल जा गया है। अगर आपको लगता है कि मेरा दोस्त जो है मुझसे डिस्क्रिमिनेट कर रहा है, मेरी फ्रेंडशिप को वो जो है, आपकी फ्रेंडशिप जो है इक्वलिटी में होती है। फ्रेंड्स आर ऑलवेज इक्वल, दैट्स व्हाई फ्रेंडशिप। अगर वो ऊपर नीचे होता है वो फ्रेंडशिप नहीं है, फिर वो कुछ और होता है। फ्रेंडशिप नहीं कहते। तो यहाँ फ्रेंड्स अगर, इसका मतलब कि यू हैव ए राइट टू एक्सप्रेस योर व्यूज विथ योर फ्रेंड। एक्सप्रेस, यू कैन टेक द ड्रिंक्स या फूड इक्वली, ये होता है। तब वो इक्वलिटी, जहाँ इक्वलिटी रहेगी वहां डिस्क्रिमिनेशन नहीं रहेगा, और जहाँ इनइक्वलिटी रहेगी वहां डिस्क्रिमिनेशन रहेगा।